Welcome back. You're watching this special edition of Startup Street from the Global FinTech Fest in Mumbai. And right now I have with me a special guest, Alok Mittal, the co-founder of Indifi, an MSME FinTech lender. Alok, thank you very much for your time here. Describe for us how day one has been so far, hobnobbing with a lot of regulators, policymakers, and your peers from the industry.
This has been an exciting event so far. It just started. But practically the whole industry has landed up here.
Yeah.
So it's good to have industry participants, incumbents, the innovators and startups, the regulators, service providers, all in one place. And I think this kind of an event brings around that degree of collaboration, that spirit of we need to make this happen together, which leads to a positive conversation. So yeah, even the conversation with regulators have been not around how to regulate and control the industry, but really how they can enable.
But speaking of regulators, a lot has been happening in the digital lending industry in the last 1 year or so. New guidelines have come in, whether it is co-lending, whether it is digital lending guidelines. How has life changed? Have these regulations been enabling, or is there some near-term disruption you've had to deal with?
Yeah, so by and large, I think what has come out in the last 1 year with respect to digital lending was already in the works for the last 3 years. Right? And the regulator, through consultations and through drafts and so on, had provided a visibility into how they are thinking. So to that extent, it has not been a surprise.
Yeah.
I think the degree of adjustment that one has had to make is more in the mechanisms than in the underlying rationale and the spirit of the regulation.
Okay.
So to that extent, I think it is an enabling one. For example, just the notion of loan service providers didn't exist before.
Yes.
So fintech platforms are now at least recognized as an entity and how they should work.
Legitimacy to the industry with these regulations. Tell us about your business though. You recently doubled your assets under management to 1,500 crores. You've been profitable for a while. Is this growth momentum sustaining? What will the year-end figures look like?
So, we've grown now for 100% year-on-year for last 2 years. We are seeing the growth momentum continue. Right? And I think the industry is at the confluence of 2 or 3 trends, right? One, the economic growth has been great and the GDP numbers just came out, right? Better than expected. The credit quality, has stabilized after the COVID disruption, right? And in spite of the rate increases, the supply of capital is still abundant. So I think that is a great, trifecta to be sitting in. And, we are seeing strong growth, but equally our peers in the industry are seeing strong growth and strong credit quality. So
what would that mean in terms of your dispersal targets, etc. for the year? How many new customers are you hoping to add on, in the, say, near term?
Yeah, so, we still operate like a startup. We don't limit our ambitions by our target.
Yeah, okay.
So
but
to
you
that
must
extent,
have some milestones to achieve.
I do think there's an opportunity to double again.
Yeah.
And then the other thing that is important for us is that we continue to chase the inclusion purpose that we've started the company with.
Of course.
So our average ticket size actually continues to go down. So in terms of volume, we may more than double.
That's interesting.
Because we want to get to smaller and smaller customers.
You recently raised this $35 million from ICICI Ventures, and while you've already had a partnership with ICICI Bank before, what will this mean in terms of, this is not just an investment, they're coming on as a partner. What will this entail?
So, primarily it's ICICI Ventures and not the bank which has invested in us. And to that extent, we are benefiting from the expertise sitting inside the ventures team. Having said that, there is a degree of scrutiny and trust that has gone into making this investment on part of the whole group.
Yeah.
And we are now in conversations with different teams at the bank to understand, how we can partner, where can we add value to the bank, and vice versa. So we are looking forward to some of that, yeah.
Finally, I have to ask you, what about your plans of going public? I think we've asked you this before, and you said it's not something that you're looking at in the near term. But have those plans changed since?
Not really, right? Our goal is not to go public. Our goal is to build a robust business.
Well, it's to have a sustainable capital base.
So I do think that we are a few years away from that. And there is no rush for us to go in and do a premature public market listing. Yes.
All right. Alok, it's always a pleasure speaking with you. Thank you very much for your time here on CNBC.
Thanks for having me here.
Well, on that note, it's back to you, Shruti.